Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And we have a breaking story. It seems that the, so we call Presenter Gate, has gone into phase 3, as a third person has come forward, claiming that the presenter had broken lockdown rules and sent money for pics. That's 3 now. How many more? How long can the BBC protect this man? How long before his name has to be released? There's already a clamour. Jeremy Vine, for example, is begging this person to say, look, it was me, put your hands up, just to take the focus away from everyone else who's constantly coming out to say it isn't them. We all know who it is. Why can't he just come out and say it and then we can just be done? But now, as I say, there's a third lad has come out and it's just getting beyond a joke now. Anyway, we'll have a quick look at this piece, see what's going on, and then see if anything will change and if his name will be mentioned. Here goes. So the BBC presenter in £35,000 sex pic scandal is now accused of breaking lockdown rules to see a stranger he met on a dating site which we call Grindr. It's now Grindergate because he's broken the lockdown rules to go grind on. And a third person comes forward claiming the Under Siege star sent them cash and asked for a picture. What are the BBC going to do to try and salvage this, short of actually just saying, look, this is who it is? So the presenter met with a dating app user in February 21 during lockdown. It comes after allegations relating to his behaviour with 2 other young people. And this is just breaking news because this is, as you can see here, if I highlight, it was published 22/13, highlight 22/51. Updated 22:51. It's now 22:55 as I'm making this. So, bang, straight on it. Anyway, the BBC star at the centre of the sex pictures row allegedly broke COVID rules to meet a 23-year-old. Oh, he's getting older, a little bit older now. Stranger from Grindr, it has been claimed. The unnamed stranger, who's been engulfed in scandal amid claims. I said stranger, didn't I? The unnamed presenter, who's been engulfed in scandal amid claims he paid a teenager £35,000 for sexually explicit photographs, is accused of defying the 3rd national lockdown for an encounter with a different person in 2021. He does get about a bit, doesn't he? Does like a bit of variety in his life. All those different people. The star, who is absolutely a household name, we all know who he is alleged to have broken very strict COVID rules while the BBC was at the same time telling millions of people to follow them as part of its coverage of the pandemic. So he's a bit of a hypocrite as well as anything else. The unnamed presenter, unnamed, yeah, right, who also faces accusations that he sent menacing and abusive messages to a different person who he met on Grindr, met up with a stranger after months of interactions, sent them cash and asked them for a picture. The stranger, who's 23, claims the presenter travelled into a different county to meet them at their flat in February 21, when the rules included a stay-at-home order, and mixing only between household bubbles. Well, I suspect there was a few bubbles in that household, if you get me drift. Onk onk. Anyway, the person claimed at the meeting, which came months after they started talking online on the dating site, in November 2020, said he came round for an hour. We just chatted. He was obsessed with me making him a cup of tea. 2 guys, 1 cup. I don't know. In an interview with the newspaper, the person claims they met on the count that they didn't have a picture of the presenter, but he put 2 and 2 together when the BBC star told him his name and what he did for a living. Well, I think it's not hard once you've heard his name. There's only one of them, isn't there? They said that the host was eager to meet face to face and was asking to do this even when the restrictions kept getting stricter as the pandemic continued. However, when they turned down chances to meet the BBC presenter, he allegedly sent a barrage of messages saying he felt unwanted and unloved. Look at me, I'm rich and I'm famous and I can't get a young boy. The 23-year-old claims that when they did meet, he came round for an hour. I bet he came. They told the Sun, I was quite shocked that he broke the rules to come and meet me because of who he is. I was just a random person online. We just chatted. He was obsessed with me making him a cup of tea. The newspaper claims to have a sworn statement from the dating site user claiming he received 3 payments totaling 650 from the presenter, sent by PayPal. Should have held out. The other lad got 35,000, mate. You missed an opportunity there. Could have been well in. He added that they began to feel used and uncomfortable by the TV star's behaviour and demanding messages. The Sun said it had contacted the BBC and the presenter in question over the claims. And there's Tim Davie, who absolutely knows who it is and says, I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to tell. No, I'm not going to tell. So he's now covering up for a serial adulterer, a man who is demanding, obscene pictures of 17-year-olds. Someone who is obviously deeply no longer in a position to sit and give news and be the face of respectability for the BBC. And yet he's still getting paid an absolute fortune to do so. It comes after allegations the presenter had sent abusive and menacing messages to a different person in their 20s after meeting them on the dating app. They claim they were put under pressure to meet with the star but never did, and that is why they got these abusive messages. When they hinted online that they may name them, they alleged they were sent abusive messages that were filled with expletives. The new claims raised further questions about the star's conduct less than a week after the Sun newspaper reported allegations that he paid a teenager £35,000 for sexually explicit pictures when they were 17. The person involved said there was no wrongdoing and the claims are rubbish. And it's just telling a regurgitation of the stuff that came earlier, the timelines, and Tim Davie saying, privacy's important. Privacy's important, all right? It was very important to the likes of Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris, wasn't it, mate? And now you're protecting another one. Now, I'm not saying it's as bad, but it's still pretty bloody rough. He should actually be named. Get him out. Fire him. Fire his ass. Get him off, and then we can all have a bloody good laugh at his expense, because we all know full well who it is. Anyway, I'm going to round off and come up. How many more? We're up to 3. Hey? We're up to 3 now. There'll be more. If this is a pattern of behaviour, you know there's more going to come out. They've got to name him. They've got to fire him. We can all do with a laugh, but we all know who it is. We really do, don't we? We've all seen the pictures. Anyway, I shall stop there and sit a dither waiting for the 4th one, the next breaking news in this story. I know it's a bit sort of sordid and prurient, but it is a hot story, and it does need covering. And I'm finding it ever so funny, because we all know. It's amazing how he's hiding, and he thinks that nobody knows, and we all know. I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and avoid TV personalities with a hard-on like the plague. Bye.